It's Mercedes Ostermann Van Essen here from Mental Strategies for Traders. Please, as always, read the risk disclosure. As you all know, trading can be very, very risky. Any of you who have been in the S&P today would know what I am talking about. Okay, as in trading, as in life, this is the new motto for Mental Strategies for Traders. And you may wonder why I spend so much time talking about the spiritual principles, the larger picture, rather than focusing on specific trading issues, be that overtrading, hesitation, getting into quickly, getting out too quickly, having your stops too wide, too tight, whatever. All those behaviors are just the expression of a general energy frequency. Right now, as the world is in complete cognitive dissonance, which incidentally is another word for total turmoil, total brain and mental imbalance, we are seeing, of course, these kind of behaviors going rampant among traders. And I want you to understand, first of all and foremost, that it is literally just one way in which a deep-rooted incoherence, or shall we say a value conflict in your energy system is making itself known to you through your trading. I guarantee you one thing: you will be repeating the same issues in other areas of your life. You know, these things occur in patterns. Patterns are energy, and also patterns morph into each other in varying degrees of strength. Think of it like looking at your chart, looking at a pattern on a 60-minute chart, then seeing a fractal of this pattern on a 15-minute chart right down to a Uni-Renko chart. So, but the same patterns play out in on different levels of intensity, or should I say different levels of density. The point I want you to understand is this: there is always a trigger. Trading, by the very nature of its very fast pace, particularly at the moment, the volatility will create triggers. Now, let's look at life. You have the same triggers when you listen to the news, when you hear something that does not pan out to your expectations, when you expect somebody to say, I don't know, over the next 2 days the sun is shining, and then over the next 2 days you get thunderstorms, and hey ho, you are living in a area where it is deep winter. Just giving you a very simple example, which I'm sure we can all understand. So what has happened to most of us at the moment, that we are in permanent incoherence, and I see it every day from the behaviors of traders on my mailing list, and how in particular it manifests itself. And it manifests itself first and foremost in not doing what you say. Not doing what you say comes from wishful thinking, comes from superficial awareness of your desires. It never ever comes from a deep understanding of who you are. Now than at no other period in our lives is a time to become fully cognizant of who you are and how your reality is created. Now, this is very different from saying to you, you must ascend to the next level. The pop culture of personal development, and that is 99.999% of good meaning people out there, they are falling prey and have always been falling prey to wishful thinking. Reality is different. The universe works in a very, very different way. I'm about to do an audio program on explaining exactly how the universe works. It will be on my website, if all goes well, in the next week. So we are talking, let's say, around the 20th of January. So you may find it on mentalstrategiesfortraders.com, and I will update the link specifically for this product as soon as it's there. In the meantime, if you're interested, please sign up to my newsletter, because I think you will find the information mind-blowing. I cannot say too much here, as this is on YouTube. I am going to go very deep into the real reality, and I can assure you of one thing, guys. You may not like everything you hear, but I'm not here to share with you what you want to hear. Rather, I see it as my job not to convince you of anything, but to open your mental horizons and help you to see more of the canvas. I am also very mindful of the fact that the way I see the canvas is always my perspective, as each and every one of us has got different perspectives. So we need to be mindful of this. However, when somebody, even somebody you may not like, or you don't like their narrative, it is worth watching them, because in their narrative, very often there is something that could be of value to your own evolution as a person and as a trader. And I say person here first, because in order to develop as a trader, you have to first and foremost develop as a person. In closing this video, I will just quickly say, I've said it many a time before, things like learning to pull the trigger quickly is easy. You know, that just requires you sitting there taking a really difficult market. Today's S&P shortly after the open would have been perfect for it. In, out, quickly. Execution, 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 execution. No thinking, mechanical trading, execute, execute, execute without making mistakes. This is not about making money. This is just practicing how quickly you can push the button without thinking, and then getting out. If it reverses very quickly, as of course it did today, on quite a number of occasions, you get out as quickly as you can. And I do this, and I say this to the traders who work with me in group coaching and one-on-one coaching. This is something you want to practice. And the volatility, by the way, is going to stay for the time being. Let's just say that, for the time being. It's you know, the writing is all over the world. So you need to practice that side of things. This is very different from practicing mental flexibility, mental awareness, mental nimbleness. An entirely different thing. Mental nimbleness comes from watching everything that is, watching the biggest shit out there. Yes, you heard me. The biggest shit out there, and not be phased internally. Again, that is different from being numb. We're not talking about numbness here, or switching off from what really is going on. On the contrary, we are talking about becoming the calm observer, operating from the center of your heart. That is one of the core strategies in healing from the heart. We are working on this in that program. That's why I developed it, to help people to develop that ability first and foremost. Before you can do anything else, you need to have that ability, together with the understanding of what reality is really like, which is very, very different from what you want it to be like. And this is, let me say it again, that audio program which I will be introducing hopefully next week, which really is just dedicated to that subject. It's not going to be a huge program. It's going to be a very deep program, and it will be meant to be used with healing from your heart together, and it is going to go very deep into the real reality. So enough said here about this. Can't really go any deeper into this. If you want to hear more about it, probably will do a webinar on this. So do sign up for my mailing list, sign up for my YouTube channel, and also sign up for my BitChute channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, and love to you all.